It's Thursday morning, and just like a lot of you, we have a storm coming. Cold temperatures, it's supposed to be 0, maybe 3 below, something like that. But it's the wind. We're going to have crazy wind, which of course makes wind chills really bad. Freezing cold and some snow. We are actually under a blizzard warning this afternoon and through Friday. So we'll see how that pans out. I know this isn't always popular, but I am a huge fan of the snow, especially when I don't have anywhere to go. So I tend to get disappointed in these things. So I'll let you know how it turns out. Maybe we'll do some updates from here. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, we're ready to go. I'll show you a few of the things that we have done to prepare. Steve came out yesterday and finished the plastic on the rest of the run for them. So I'll take you inside. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this works out. They are fully enclosed this year. In the past, they only had a little bit of a roof. This year, it's totally enclosed with a roof. So I'm really happy. I'm hoping it'll stay dry in here for them and be just a really nice place for them to hang out this winter. Rubber bowls, the rubber bowls are out. That makes it easier for me to change that water out when it's frozen. Both coops and the quail have nipple waters that are heated, so they're good to go. They'll have a water source, not their favorite kind of water source, but they'll have one. I will also put bowls of snow in, especially the quail seem to like that. I know there are mixed thoughts on using the snow, but I have no problem with it. They just like to peck in it anyways, and it gives them a little bit of hydration. Because they certainly prefer bowls of water to those nipple waterers, but you know, in the old days, I used to come out here and almost live in coops or bring everybody in the garage so stuff wasn't frozen, but I'm not doing that anymore. So they're gonna get water probably 3 or 4 times a day here during this really, really cold time. And the rest of the time, they're gonna have to deal with what they have, and they do just fine. Oops, we'll go back over here. We're getting ready to wrap the quail in some plastic. This tarp is going to be extra insurance for them for when it's really bad, but mostly in the winter I do wrap the sides of this with plastic anyway. You can watch Lily doing her thing there. She's going to get in those buckets of feed. But there's Lily. She's 13 and a half. I think she's going to make it to Christmas. Still doing fairly good. She's getting old. She's getting really scrawny here lately the last couple months, but she's still hanging in there. And she still eats everything she can find. Some things never change. There's Lucy. She's outside digging around, getting filthy, as is her daily routine. The little chick cozy heater, the coop heater, is ready to go over there too. Once that temperature drops tonight, I'm going to turn that on for these guys. Again, it's not making a huge difference, but I know they can get up to it if they get really cold because these bantams are just, well, they're pets. Libby and Lippy, so that's going to give them a little bit of an extra comfort, I think, during this. Although I'll tell you, this shed stays pretty warm. So I'm going to try to get my thermometer up in here and see how it holds temperature. So the only other thing I'm going to do here to get ready is have buckets of water ready to go. Because of the wind, we do pretty well with power here and it comes back on quickly, but because of the wind and not knowing what's coming up, we're definitely going to get some buckets of water ready so we have it if we need it. And then, you know, general preparedness that I hope all of you do is have stores of food and your own drinking water and a way for heat and a way for coffee. That's like my first thing. You know, we have a generator that we're ready to have going and some fuel to run that. So we can have heat and coffee, whatever we need. So I feel that we are pretty good here for whatever this brings us or whatever it doesn't. I hope you guys are all safe and also prepared and ready to go. I know one thing that is really scary when you're especially newer at chickens is how will they survive the cold. And like I said, I spent many years, my chickens would have all been inside the garage in a pen at this point. I spent many years doing that and just obsessing and panicking over how they did. There's some chicken yard drama. I don't know what happened. Somebody flew and it caused a ruckus. So that said, I spent many years doing all those things, and we had some cold snaps a couple years back where it got down to actually, I think it was 30 below was the actual temperature. And it stayed that way for, I don't know, 36 hours or something. And I'll tell you, my chickens did just fine. So 0 degrees, your chickens can handle that. Make sure that they're out of the wind. Make sure that they have a dry, warm place to be, and your chickens are going to be just fine. I mean, unless they're really delicate, puny little things, and then you may need a little bit more support. But try not to stress, guys. I think your chickens will be okay. Cover the basics. Making sure they have food and water and draft-free as best as you can in high winds, but definitely out of the wind, shelter, and dry, and I think they'll be just fine. All right, I'll catch you later. Have a great day. We'll see how it's going. I'd love to hear from you guys what kind of weather is headed your way. I'm off to finish my preparations here. Okay, it's go time. So we have, show you, bantams are all set up in here. They're all ready to go. They have their tiny heater on. Ta-da! Which is not going to keep it that warm in here, but again, they're fragile, so it ought to keep it maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Should keep it a little bit warmer, so they're all ready to go. Plenty of food, we've got water, they are good to go. I'm going to close this coop. Bye guys, have fun. Okay, the big chickens, I just stapled this on here, so we're not going to be able to see really good. But they're all set too. They have their water. I just gave them scrambled eggs to give them a little boost. All right, we're going to try to leave them be too. We are having some problem with that door, figuring out how to keep that closed, which doesn't normally need to be, but we just put a thin piece of plastic over that. The quail are all stapled in for the night. They are wrapped in plastic. So I'm gonna leave them be too. How exciting. We're gonna have a white Christmas, guys. We are definitely losing visibility. We don't have much. I can usually see way out there, and it is windy, and that snow is gonna blow around, and it's starting to get really cold now that that wind is kicked up. We're doing our bathroom break here because I have a feeling they are not going to want to go to the bathroom once it really gets going here. Well, the first two are inside. Libby and Limpy. Before any snow has even started, one of them was making a funny sound breathing, so I know a 30-some temperature drop is not going to be helpful, so I might as well just bring them on in now.